Copyright protection kills culture, period. People tend to love pieces of music that they'd like to share, and even make their own cover versions of. But as soon as you realize how fucking tightly those pieces of music are locked behind the vaults of faceless corporations that could yoink your access to them anytime they want, you'll loathe the whole modern way we have quote-unquote protected the copyrights of the artists. Perhaps this is more relevant when it comes to movies and shows. I mean, for fuck's sake, the motherfuckers who legally own the content we like have made it so that you have to be a goddamn detective to find where the fuck your beloved content is legally available online. Not only does it get expensive real quick if you only rely on streaming services, but it's just another way that a runaway capitalism tends to enable piracy. Well, sure, there has to be a way to get the creators compensated, but how the fuck is it so goddamn hard to come up with and keep an arrangement that discourages piracy? Not only that, but what's with the idea of deleting content that people are watching out of nowhere? If there are some fucking agreements limiting the availability of the content in question, then fucking tell your paying customers about how long the content is available. And then there's the question about Stark Raving Dad, an episode of the third season of The Simpsons, and its absence on Disney+. I mean, if that episode is so fucking horrible, since it features Michael Jackson, then how the fuck isn't the whole discography of the guy offline? Where's the consistency? I mean, I could listen to every goddamn album from the King of Pop, yet a single episode of him in The Simpsons is the worst nightmare of Disney. I know it's about an accusation of Michael having done something horrible, but if that's the excuse not to have Stark Raving Dad online, then why not remove all his albums from the internet? And then there are the cases where Disney Plus keeps a piece of media available, but then they waste about 10 seconds of your time for a text about political correctness or something before the damn thing starts to play. I mean, I've already paid to access your shit, so how the f do you think you have a right to bring your politics into my movie night? Overall, people are fucking tired of seeing politics everywhere they fucking go, let alone after they've fucking paid you to see your fucking content in the first place. Sure. Maybe I'd be a little more appreciative if those fucking texts were about the absence of basic human rights for autistic people. But then again, the normies are ignorant fucktards anyways, so why the fuck do I care? But in terms of music and overall content creation, copyright protections are partially why we're forced to quote-unquote create our own music, when in reality, we only end up imitating pieces of music we like just enough that the result won't count as copyright infringement. I bet if those ruthless record labels didn't get to lock music behind legal vaults, we really wouldn't have as many fucking artists. The market can only support so many fucking creators. Creating anything that people love costs a fucking fortune in money or just in time. Of course, nowadays there are AI models, including the one I'm using to make these stupid videos to begin with. But at the end of the day, you still need a human being to supervise the results and tell the AI to generate what you want it to generate. Whether you believe it or not, I'm still writing the scripts for my videos manually, since that's just how I've learned to do it before this huge emergence of AI in this decade. The voice you listen to is a text-to-speech AI, but the other parts of my videos are still created quote-unquote traditionally. But just think about it. Copyright protections are so tight that we effectively have a lot of excess creators who would otherwise just add their own flavors to what's been created already. I mean, I really wouldn't mind just using soundtracks of movies in my projects if it wasn't for some record labels using the legal system against the idea. Well, sure, you could always try to contact the original creators and come up with an agreement, but that's basically a privilege of the rich if they happen to want monetary compensation. And just wait until those faceless vultures in suits get to copyright things beyond just melodies. I bet they'd be happy to copyright genres as well, so that they could milk the fuck out of clueless creators who've accidentally infringed some arbitrary copyright limits. I mean, even YouTube with their mighty Content ID system have a hard time keeping things in check due to how fucking complicated some copyright bullshit might be at times.